Okay, so it's a strength class, you guys. We have some weights. I have a chair. We are not going to use that ball. It just happens to be there. I also grabbed some yoga blocks, which I'm going to explain later. This is not necessary. I thought it could be a cool tool to use. We can also use the chair for whatever's coming in the future. So don't pay too much attention to that. But we're definitely going to use a chair and we're going to use some weights. I have fives and eights. Please follow the rules that your body tells you along the way. Like, that seems good. That doesn't seem good. There's so many ways to do something. So, if you have any questions along the way, you can unmute yourself if you need to, or follow up with an email or text or whatever. And I'd love to help you. Okay. So, I'm going to bring my water over and I'm going to get my chair ready and my weights. I'm going to start probably with fives today. So I'll keep those close by. And we're gonna start with the chair, okay? Move these over for now. I have my sneakers on. Sneakers are always optional. Okay, so we're gonna come behind the chair. All right, just like this. And so much of this is optional, you may not even need the chair, so use it whenever you need to. I'm going to keep my fingertips on the back of the chair, walk my feet back and wide, and then I'm going to start to bend my elbows and lean my hips back. And I'm going to kind of bring my head towards where my hands are, and we're just going to stretch and sort of mobilize the muscles in and around the pelvis. I like using the chair because it helps me to keep my back nice and straight, and it also helps me to keep excess work. We don't need to work through the back right now. For now, I'm feeling just a deep stretch, inner thighs into the pelvis, through the outer hips as well. Feet are nice as wide. It's up to you. You can even walk back further if you want. I'm going to stay just like this for now. And I'm bringing my hips right and left, by the way. I'm bringing my hips to the right, and that's a deeper stretch in through the left hip for me. And then I'm bringing my hips over to the left, and ooh, that's a deep stretch in through the right. Of course, we're breathing. And then I'm going to come on up, and I'm going to walk my feet back further. I always think of this as a down dog stretch. Please be careful how much weight you have in your chair. My chair is plastic and very light, so I could easily pull it over. I'm focusing on leaning my hips back here. I'm just using my chair for leverage. This is such a nice stretch through the shoulders. Once you get yourself in a good position here, let's soften the knees, bringing them forward towards the toes, and then re-extend, perhaps all the way, perhaps not. Soften the knees, and then re-extend. I'm going to do this 3 more times. Deep breaths. 2 more. And maybe this is a smaller range of motion for you. That's fine. 1 more here. And then I'm going to roll through the spine carefully and then start to walk my feet forward. Just a little bit of energy through the back here. Let's bring the feet about hip distant. Reach the arms forward. Energize even the palms here. Spread the fingers open, shoulders down. Inhale as you bring your arms back. Lift the chest, push down through the feet, and then exhale. Come on back up. 4 more like this. Deep breath into your belly. 3 more. Take your time here. 2 more. 1 more time. Let the arms extend out east and west. Twist in one direction. Deep exhale. Look at your back fingers. And then come back to the center. Exhale, other way. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. 1 more. Exhale, twist. Come back through the center. Bring your arms down. One arm up. Stretch up and down at the same time as you side bend a little bit. And then come back to the center, other way. Stretch up and down. And center. One more each way. Breathe, 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 breathe. And then one more. And then come on back. We're going to come back to being just behind the chair again. This time we're going to frame our legs so they're just slightly, not, maybe as wide as your own hips, maybe slightly in from the legs of the chair. Step the left foot forward and the right foot back. Try to bring your left knee over your left foot. Can you make your back foot look straight ahead? We're going to lift the back heel. When we lower the back heel, the left knee will remain over the foot. Lift your back heel, lower the back heel, the left knee is over the foot. 5 more, 5, and down. 4 more. Try to get your back foot fairly straight forward. 3, and sure, maybe you're using your chair, that's fine. 2, and down one more time, okay? So what we're going to practice here is for the loading up of this movement. In the future, we're going to have weights here. We're going to hinge in this position. Push your right hip forward a little bit and pull your left hip back. Hinging is a movement that happens in the hips. It requires the back to be nice and straight. The other way that people do this, which is wrong, is rounding forward and coming back up. That's not a hip hinge. So I just want to be really clear about this movement because the hinge portion really is a great pelvis and tushy and hip strengthener. As you're hinging forward, hinging is a great way to warm up to hinge with more weight. Okay, you can decide if you want to even load up or not. P.S. Use your chair to facilitate a straighter spine, but don't overuse your chair. Try to be light with your fingers here because I actually want your back extensors to do a bunch of this work as long as it feels okay for you today, all right? So we are practicing and warming up in our hinge. Let's just do one more here. And then we're gonna come up and we're gonna switch feet. Right foot forward, left foot back. Feet are hip distance, so they're not super narrow. The right knee comes over the foot. The back foot is looking straight ahead, the best that it can. And then we start to lift the back heel. When we lower it down, we're keeping this front knee over the foot. Lift and lower, and lift and lower. And guess what? Yeah, try to keep that left hip forward a little bit and right hip back. That actually is just a nice way to work on lengthening through your hip flexor here. Let's do 5 more here. 5 and 4. Lots of energy in that back foot. Front knee over the foot. 3, 2, and one more time. And then we're going to practice our hinge. I can't remember if I said this on the other side, but heel is slightly lifted. Back leg is straight. Use your chair if you need to. It's a flat back. It feels like you're sticking your booty out a little bit and then coming back up again. Sticking your booty out and coming back up again. In the future, you may be holding a weight or 2 weights right here at your chest. That forces the spine extensors to do a bunch of really, hopefully good work. When you're hinging, you're really going to probably feel this in the right and the left leg in kind of different ways, right? We're just going to do 3 more here. This is our warm-up for what we will do in the future, which is the same thing, just with added weight. And we'll do 2 more here. Use your abdominals. I always like exhale on the way up. Let's do 1 more for good luck. And then come all the way up. And then step forward. Okay? So now we're going to, I'm going to bring my chair back. we're gonna do some warm up squats. Pause for just a second. I'm gonna close this door here so I don't get bombarded with dogs. Okay, so you're gonna stand right in front of your chair. Using your chair is a really nice way to work on the alignment of your squats. I'm gonna sit back literally into my chair, tush in the chair. I like to extend my arms on the way back up and then push myself all the way up, okay? Because that's what squatting is, sitting down and getting back up again. If you notice, what happens is people start to use their arms to get up because it's difficult to use your legs and your back and your belly and all your parts. It gets difficult to have that kind of mobility and strength in the feet and the ankles. So people use their arms instead. And that just creates opportunity for injury, right? It's not wrong, but it's more common that someone is going to have an injury because of that movement right there. So this is a nice way to practice your squats. And you don't have to go all the way back, you know? Let's say your body doesn't like that either, but pretend you're going to sit back and get back up again. Peek at your knees, make sure they're aligned with your middle toe or somewhere around that. You can play around with how wide your feet are. Mine were just pretty wide. So maybe going more narrow is better for you. I want to encourage you to play around with all that. So you can use this exercise to strengthen all these good parts that work together. Let's do 5 more here. I always like exhale on the way up. 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And come all the way up, okay? So that was our warm-up squat. And then we're gonna come around, turn around. Now I'm gonna do a warm-up plank with my chair. If you're using a folding chair, please be careful. You have a very nice face, okay? I'm gonna bring my hands to where my tushy just was, and I'm gonna put them down into the chair, and then I'm gonna step my feet back as far as I feel is appropriate. Yesterday we practiced using the low belly for an exercise like this and using the low belly everywhere. Sometimes I cue use your tushy, but I want you to lift your hips and see if you can pull your low belly in. The low belly is more important than your tush. It's easy to overuse your hip flexors in this exercise too. See if you can find your abdominals here. Push the chair away, scoop your belly in. When you are done, when you feel, okay, that's been quite enough, come back to your down dog stretch, which is joyful. Exhale. We're gonna do this 2 more times, okay? So a modified plank, which in my opinion is making it easier for yourself so you can work on alignment, pushing the chair away, lifting your belly, using the abdominals. Yeah, you're using your glutes too. The lower your hips go, the less likely you are to use your abdominals, all right? So focus more on what you feel. Energize your feet and breathe. Let's do 2 more of whatever you're doing here. If you're breathing or whatever it is that you're focusing on, and then let's find that delicious stretch. Head hangs down. 1 more, okay? Make your way back. And again, we're working on alignment. I like to think, are my elbows looking backwards, which helps me to plug my shoulders in. Lifting my abdominals, pushing the chair away. Stay in this position as long as you can stay connected to the things that you feel are important right now, okay? Core connection, breathing. And I'm gonna take 1 more deep breath here. And I'm gonna lean back and find that deep stretch. Again, head gets to hang down. Inhale, exhale. Okay, And then I'm gonna carefully start to bring my feet forward, and I'm just gonna roll up and rebuild and stand tall, okay? So I think we're gonna use the chair in the future again. We're gonna start doing some arm stuff, and then we're gonna do some leg stuff. I'm gonna grab my 5s right now. I'm gonna keep my chair close by. I don't think I'm gonna use it in this first part, but it's always nice to have a prop nearby that could be helpful, all right? So we're gonna do 3 moves here first that are really gonna target the shoulders and the front and the back of the arms, all right? So I'm just gonna stand first in this direction, show you this shape. Toes are headed forward, push down through the feet. Let's just pull your head back, chest open. Let's find that good alignment, and why not, let's find a nice deep breath before we begin so we know where we're breathing from, which is the belly. Inhale into your belly. Exhale. 2 more. Find a taller you with your exhale. Okay, so our first move here is going to start with bent elbows, just like these. And the arms are going to keep this shape, and you're going to lift and lower the shape, and you can immediately feel this is a nice little shoulder exercise here. I'm starting at a nice mid point with my weight right here. A 5 feels really doable to me. Maybe your number is different from mine. That's fine. We're going to do 6 more here. 6 and 5. Try to incorporate that deep breath here, okay? When we're nice and still, that's an opportunity for us to find that deep breath, find those connections there. Let's do 1 more here. And come back together. We'll flip so the palms are looking up and lower them right down. Okay, so this is gonna feel very doable as well. Lift the chest. Keep your shoulder, your collarbones kind of spread open here. We're gonna come all the way up and then slowly come down. All the way up, slowly come down. So you get a chance to continue to focus on your deep breathing, to focus on that tallest version of you, pulling your head back a little bit, pushing down through the feet, lots of energy to the rest of the body. And on the way down, that's when people's shoulders usually sort of head forward, but this is a great opportunity to work the back in this kind of subtle way. We're just gonna do 4 more here. Up, slowly down, and 3, slowly down, and 2, slowly down. 1 more time. Up, slowly down. Arms right by your sides. Quick little ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. Tight. It's tight today, my friends. Okay, so now we're going to come back into this kind of little mini squat position. Soft knees, tush back. Elbows right by your sides. You may want to lean forward a whole lot more than me. Somewhere in the middle is usually right for me, okay? You can figure out what's a good angle for you. Plug your shoulders in. Extend and return. Extend and return. Extend and return for 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, last one, and come in. Come all the way up to stand. Take a nice deep breath, and 1 more move here. Soften your knees, come back to the position you were just in with your spine. This time the arms are going to be nice and straight. Knuckles under shoulders, belly button is in. We're pulling up and reaching down. And reaching down. And reaching down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 more. And extend and come all the way down, okay? we're gonna go through this same routine. I'm gonna grab my 8s. I'm gonna up my weight a little and see how it goes, okay? You can decide what's right for you. And don't think that not upping your weight is cheating. As long as you're listening to your body, you're doing great, okay? So this is gonna be challenging for me, this weight. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna start with a bend, all right? Knuckles are straight ahead, toes are forward. We plant ourselves, find your roots, push into the ground, lift and lower. 2 and 3, 4, 5, and I'm trying to keep my elbow in line with my shoulder here. And 2, last one, and then return. I'm going to turn my palms up and come all the way down. Why not? Ear to shoulder, ear to shoulder. I'm always a little tight there. I never mind that little check-in. Okay, so now we have that slow recoil of the bicep curl. All the way up, slowly come down. Slowly come down. Slowly come down. We're about to have all this. They're building a house right next to our house, which is going to be super fun. And I'm going to have to shove my dog into a box is where I'm going with this, because it's going to be like 5 or 6 months of what you hear happening right now. Let's do 2 more. This is not easy. 1 more. All the way down. I'm gonna come right there. Okay, so now I'm coming back into soft knees, back here. This is a tricep extension. I'm gonna plug my shoulders in, reach the elbows wide, draw the belly in, extend. Extend. So I'm not using momentum here, I'm holding for a couple of seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. All the way up, stand tall. Roll around your neck if you ever need to. Come back to the center, take a nice deep breath. Last one, soften the knees, hips back, arms are straight. This is a back extensor exercise as well. And back down. And back down. And reach. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Okay, I'm just gonna put these down for just a moment and do this. I'm gonna go through this one more time. I'm gonna stick to my 8s. I'm not gonna go any higher than that today, okay? So we come back to that shoulder exercise. Toes are forward. Make any changes that you need to make. Stand nice and tall. We start bent before you move. Belly is in. Long extended legs. And breathe. 9, 8. Try and keep your jaw relaxed. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And we come all the way down. Take a nice deep breath. This is the slow release of the bicep curl. Belly is in, stand tall. Slowly down. Slowly down. 3, 4. It's harder than I thought it would be with the biceps. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All the way down. Yep, I'm just gonna do that. And we're gonna go back to this little tricep extension. Soft knees, send the hips back, bend the elbows, reach down with the elbows. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All the way up. Okay, we've got one more. This is the rowing exercise. So soften your knees again. Find that position. Long arms really support the low back by drawing in the belly. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, all the way up. Okay, very exciting. So I'm gonna put these weights down just for a moment. I'm just gonna grab a quick drink of water, and then we're gonna move into our leg set. I'm gonna start with 5s again for the legs. I think that's a nice idea. And this is where potentially I'll suggest if you need to, using something, and I'll show you the exercise and why I'll suggest it. It's a squat where potentially you can tap the floor with your weights. Theoretically, it would be like tap and come up. Okay, so that just doesn't feel good for my back. Some of you, it feels good. It feels, I mean, it's a functional weight. You're not loading up with too much weight here. So I'm gonna bring the floor up to me. And guess what? You can do that in a lot of different ways. You can tap your chair. Tap your chair. I'm gonna tap these yoga blocks and come up. And we're actually gonna add to this movement, okay? But this is part of it. It's a tap and then come up, all right? So I'm gonna hold on to these 2 weights. This is potentially where you may wanna use your chair again. So I'll suggest to you that you keep it in front of you like we did for your hinging warm-up. We're going back to that hinging with the weights into the chest. You can use the chair if you find it useful. It will really be up to you, okay? So we're gonna come here. I'm gonna measure my feet. I'm gonna stand a little bit closer together than the legs of the chair. Step forward with the left, back with the right. We practice bringing the left knee over the foot. We practice keeping the back heel lifted and energized. Right hip forward, left hip back. Weights to your chest. Same exercise, hinge. And then come up. So I think I'm gonna tap my weights to the back of the chair or my knuckles. And this feels really doable to me. Challenging and also aligned and functional, all the things I'm kind of looking for. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come all the way up. Arms come down. I'm switching my feet. Right foot forward, left foot back. We begin by bending the right knee over the foot, energizing the back heel. Think left hip forward, right hip back. Not because I want them to be off center, but because I want them to be even with one another under your shoulders. And then the arms come up, shoulders down, and we hinge. And up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then come all the way up. Okay, that was a perfect challenge for me, range of motion wise. I hope you changed it so it feels that way to you as well. So this is where we're going to do our squat with potentially a floor tap. Tapping the floor is too much for me. I'm going to use these 3 yoga blocks that I have stacked, and I'll show you the move. There will be an option to make it a little saucy. And here it is. We're going to potentially add a little bit of a jump. Let's see if I remember what I did. So it's a squat. I'm tapping when I come up. I'm going in and out. Tapping, in and out. Tapping, in and out. Tapping, you can just leave out the jump. And 6, in and out. 5, sit back in your chair, in and out. 4, in and out. 3, in and out. 2, in and out. 1, in and out. Okay? That was exciting. Now, weights together, weights to the chest, sumo position. Ooh, I'm gonna fall. Nope, didn't happen. Good save. Okay, weights to the chest, sumo, squat, come up, but we're gonna add, ready? Relax your shoulders. Squat, heels, heels, back up. So the heels come up and down. Squat, heels, heels, up, down, up, down. 6, up, 5, up, 4, up, 3, up, 2, 1 more, all the way up, arms down, step in, take a nice deep breath. We did the hinge, we did the squat jump, we did the sumo heel lift. There was another one. Let's just do those 3 right now again because I'm blanking on what the 4th one was, but that's okay. We're human. Okay, come back. I am not going to up my weight for this series. It feels really appropriate for me. You can if you'd like. All right, front foot forward. I'm starting with my left again. Right foot back. Knee over foot. Back heel lift. I feel a stretch right now in this hip flexor. So that's how I know I'm pushing my right hip forward. Weights to chest. Front knee stays bent. Tap. Come up. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. 10. And step forward. Okay, side 2. Right foot forward, left foot back. Feet are hip distant. Front knee over the front foot. Lift your back heel, belly is in. Press that left hip forward a little bit. Weights to chest. Hinge. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Last one. And 10. Come all the way up. Okay? We've got our hop-a-rooney here, potentially. It can be just a squat tap you can leave out your hop. So my feet are about a little bit wider than my own hips. When I squat down, I send my hips back. Some of you can tap the ground or not. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. One for good luck. One for good luck. Okay, last one, sumo heels. Sumo with heels. I'm gonna bring my weights together. Right in, wide toes. Try to not fall this time, okay? Knees go wide, heels go up and down. And up. 2. If this exercise doesn't work for you, do another one that you like. Or think about something fun. Or breathe. Or you can call your senator and tell them what you're unhappy about. Okay, maybe not that. It just takes time. Let's do 4 more. 4 and 3. Easy shoulders. 2. Last one. And come all the way up. One more time. I have a hair on my arm. All right, one more time. I'm still not upping my weight. This feels really appropriate for me today. Left foot forward, right foot back. Feet hip distant, toes forward. Left knee over left foot. Lift your back heel so there's energy in that back foot. Weights to chest. Lengthen your spine, shoulders down. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and switch. Left foot back, right foot forward, front knee over the front foot. Lift your back heel so there's energy there. The back leg stays straight. Stand tall, shoulders down, and hinge. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. Come all the way up, all right? That chair is really helpful for me just because it keeps me in the sphere of the range of motion that I want to move, okay? So we have another squat, potentially hop. You decide, take a nice deep breath, send your hips back to your invisible chair, or you can put your chair behind you. We're gonna do 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're doing 5 more for fun. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come all the way in, okay? Sumo, weights up, shoulders down, lift your chest, heels up and down. Bend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All the way up. Woo! All the way back in, okay? So same weights. I'm gonna bring my 5s and my 8s right to the mat. We're gonna come down onto our backs. You can grab a mat if you need to lie on a mat. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. And I don't think I need these, but I do need this. I always spill my water, every single time. Every single time. Okay, so we're gonna come down onto our mats. I'm coming down right onto my back. Don't know what that is. Okay, so 5s and 8s. Lie yourself down. A shin hug sounds like a nice idea. And you can let your spine lengthen. Take a few deep breaths. Let the neck be long. Breathe into your belly. I'm going to rock a little bit right and left. A little massage for the low back always feels nice here to me. We'll do just a little bit of this rocking for another 2 breaths or so. And 1 more. And then back to the center. And I'm going to bring my feet right down. Hands to the hips. We're going to find those low belly muscles again like we did yesterday in class, the class directly before this. It was really helpful for me. I think it's easy to work a little bit less hard to find those low belly muscles, but it's really worth it functionally. So we're gonna do just a little bit of waking up there. Bring your hands right onto your pelvis. It's kind of like my palms are towards the bones and the fingers are almost interlaced with one another. When you inhale, your interlaced fingers will get wider. And when you exhale, they get more interlaced because that area is sort of hollowing out, okay? So the other thing you can add, inhale, expand, exhale, contract. When you exhale, literally imagine those hip bones are pulling in towards one another. Give me a few more of these. This is a very valuable exercise in and of itself. You don't need to move your pelvis. A lot of people, when they do this movement, they tuck with their exhale. It's not wrong, but you don't need to do it. You can stay perfectly still and let this be 100% a breathing exercise, okay? I'm just gonna do 1 more here. Okay, this breathing will make this next little arm series here even, it was like 2-for-1 deal, abs and arms. I'm gonna start light with my 5s, okay? We did a bunch of pulling based exercises. Now we're gonna do like the pushing move. Elbows are gonna start wide here, knees comfortable, feet comfortable, nice and long through the spine. Before we move, please find that deep breath. And then just move from there. The breath doesn't need to completely support the move, and by that I mean you don't have to exhale up, inhale down, or vice versa. However, I really love doing that. I think it makes the whole movement feel really supported. So you breathe in a way that makes this move, this easy move here, feel a little bit more functional. We're gonna do 6 more. 6 and 5 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now hold at the top. We're going to let the palms face one another, and we're going to let the elbows come out. So it looks like I'm hugging around like a ball that's not there, but it's something that could fit right there. Keep your shape, widen your arms, and then come back in. Maybe you're going all the way down to the ground, maybe not. It just depends on how your parts feel. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Come all the way up, bend your arms, come all the way down for a moment, take a nice deep breath, and then we're going to go right back up. Arms up. I'm going to bring my weights together, keep the neck nice and long, bend, tap the floor behind my head, and then re-extend. You don't have to tap. You can also just gently come to the back of the head. Just be careful that you don't bump yourself. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come all the way up and all the way down and all the way down. Look right and left and take a nice deep breath here. And right, and one more time to the left. And come back to center, okay? I'm going to use these same weights and come on up towards the ceiling. Do a little bit of abdominal work here. Weights together, neck is nice and long. One leg is going to come up into tabletop. I'm starting with my left. Shoulders are plugged in. I'm going to keep that left leg right there. Bring the chin to the throat. Curl up and come right back down. It's like I'm pushing up into the weight of the hand weights here. And down, 4 more. 3 more. And 2. Last one. Switch legs. 3, 4, 5, last one, and come all the way down. Bring your weights down for a moment, take a nice deep breath. Weights will come back up one more time, straight arms, long neck, legs come up. I'm going to keep soft knees here, and the knees are going to come open just a little bit. It's a little bit of a diamond shape with the legs. The legs will go away an inch or two. As they come in, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. This does not need to be a big movement. Can you find those low belly muscles again? 4 more. And 3. And 2. Last one. Come all the way down. Okay, I'm going to switch out for these 8s. That sounds kind of exciting. You do what's right for you. We'll see how this feels. And we're going to start with the elbows wide again. And I'm just going to keep my legs down, neck long, spine long. I'm going to focus on that deep breathing so the core participation is happening along the way. And 4, 6 more here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold at the top. Turn so your palms face one another. Soften the elbows so you make that hug position with the arms. Belly button is in, neck is long, and we're going wide. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Ooh, that was challenging. I'm just gonna come all the way down for a minute, wiggle the fingers, relax the wrists, and then come on back up again. Tricep, one more tricep set here. I'm gonna keep my neck long, bend, bring the weights just behind the head, and then re-extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All the way down. Wiggle your fingers, take a nice deep breath. We're just going to do one more set of abdominals here before we stretch. Come on up and come on up. Weights together. Feet are going to stay down for this first part. Reach the arms long, plug your shoulders in, bring your chin to your chest and curl up. Okay, so we're going to intertwine the first set with this. Feet down for 1. Left leg comes up. Right leg comes up. And feet down. Left leg up. And right leg. And feet down. Careful with your shoulders here. One more each way. Come all the way down. All the way down. Wiggle your fingers. Take a nice deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Come on back up. And then bring your weights back up. Legs up. So this is that slight diamond shape with the knees. And it's a pretty small movement. We're going to do the curl up one more time. Shoulders away from your ears. You lower the legs as they come up. You curl up. Guess what? If you want to lower your legs lower than mine, go for it. This range of motion is perfect for me. 4 more. And 3. And 2. And 1. Ooh, come all the way down. Okay, I'm going to roll to the side and put my weights down. And I'm going to go into a twisty stretch here. So the arms will go wide. Knees will come over. Cactus right arm as the knees go to the left. You can cactus both arms. It's an increased chest stretch. One more big old breath here. Now come to the center and cross the right foot over the left. And then hug behind your left leg. If you want, you can gently rock right and left here. to continue to massage out those tight hip muscles. And then we'll just switch, go right over left, over right, before we bring the knees over to the other side. So now the left foot is over the right thigh, or the left ankle, I should say. And we'll just rock right and left a little bit as we breathe. Neck is long. And then I'm going to bring that foot down, and I'm going to bring the knees over to the right, cactus my arms, and breathe. Exhale, release any added tension. One more. And then we can roll back, come up to sit. We did it, you guys. I felt like saying it down here on the floor. Usually I come up to stand and say it. I don't know, it felt good down there. Have a great day. Be good to yourself.